It is not a real Xbox! Are you listening to me? It is not a real Xbox! It is not a real Xbox! Are you listening to me? It is not a real Xbox! It is not a real Xbox! Are you
Hello and welcome out to this week's episode of the Gamers Council. I'm your host, WEBDAVE, along with my co-host, one of my favorite ninjas, Hargeet Chani. Hargeet, what's up, buddy?
Have you heard Xbox is dead?
I have. I heard it's not an Xbox. Xbox is dead. I heard this is fake news. There we go. Welcome, Hargeet. The slander is going to be fun tonight. I'm telling you, we're going to get into it all different.
Xbox is dead.
Heck yeah. Oh my goodness. And of course, all right up here in the top corner, we have Kay Asante. Kay, what is up, sir? How you doing?
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm happy to be here. How y'all doing? I hear I'm the only one left pulling the bag this evening. Y'all all looking at some shiny devices. We're going to talk about it. Interesting.
We are going to talk about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Xbox is dead. They couldn't possibly release consoles. That's not a possibility.
Yeah. No more consoles, right? Just continuing throwing them out, something like that. I don't know. And then, of course, we have the legend himself. I love this guy, Tony from the Plume Gaming Network. Plume, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. I've been playing on my dead Xbox all weekend, I guess, since Xbox is dead, and I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited to give my thoughts on this thing because it's been a fun weekend. It has been a fun weekend. I think everybody got the show topics. We sent those out, so that's at least give us a good starting place and place to go, as it were. Welcome out to the over 80 people here watching us live already. Thank you all so much for joining us. Sorry to get a little late start. That was me in the background playing around with the that little infamous AI generated not real clip of Reforge. He actually did kind of lose his shit and slam his desk making a point on his show, but somebody decided to enhance that, and I thought that's a good way to start a show. It's kind of funny, but something a little different, not to slander him in any way. But oh goodness. I mean, my gosh, Farq, what's up, buddy? Farq's here. Farq's been working overtime, doing God's work. That's what we'll say when it comes to AI generated effects and things. So there we go. Hargeet, we do have, I think, we have one super chat from last week's show that was, I guess, what they call I can't think what they call it now. It's a thank you, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a thank you from Lord Starkiller. It's a $20 thank you that he put.
Did he actually say anything? I don't know if he.
Let's. I think actually you can see what that was. Let's see here. Supers and gifts. Let's see here. I say that, and let me find it. I know it was there because I just saw it. There we go. Let's see. It says, all right, let me just pull up last week's episode because I know it's in the comments because he put it there. Okay. I did them on the wrong screen. Go to my channel. All right, so I have to switch between the back screen to the new screen. Let's go here. Last week's episode. And mute that. And comments. There we go. All right. So from Lord Starkiller, $20. And thank you again for doing that, Lord Starkiller. Too bad many of them pony bots do not keep the same energy with the Sony PlayStation. Shouldn't these pony bots cancel their PlayStation Plus sub due to the severe lack of first-party PlayStation games? Good point. Definitely not no day and dates and all that kind of good stuff. But point taken. And now I think we have some super chats, or at least a super chat and some members from today's show.
Yeah. Adidas, $2. Salute to the spectacular panel. Hargeet olives. Oh, you can have some olives if you like. Here you go, some olives. And then we got a member renewal maybe for 21 months from Carrie Joe Daly.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And sometimes I don't know why, but YouTube does weird things, and looks like this particular episode is going to be one where we're going to have the mystery panel people, because it's not given the changes we had made. Like they worked earlier today, and now it's not doing it. So who knows? I don't know. There's got to be something that makes it turn on and off or something. But yeah, some of them are easy to figure out, like BT Maverick, because it's still BT Maverick. But some of the others, FARQ1, luckily it's in there, but it's not quite the correct font size or anything, because we look at FARQ and go FARQ. Anyway, oh goodness! All right, 110 people watching us live. Let's get this show started. Hargeet, where would you like to start first? Lots of good stuff to go to.
Yeah, looking at the notes here, a lot of it's of course about the ROG and upcoming stuff, but why don't we talk about Battlefield 6? Let's get that out of the way.
That sounds like a good one. Let me pull up some notes here. But so I guess show of hands, who has actually played Battlefield 6? It's on the panel right now. All right, Plume has. That's one. Well, we're gonna go to Plume first.
Only one person. That's right.
All right. So Plume, your opening salvo. What are your thoughts on since you've actually had some hands-on game time?
Yeah, no, I've been playing it on PC, and I've been playing it on my ROG Xbox Ally X. It actually runs very good on the handheld. I was pretty shocked at what you can actually get out of this thing here. Like I was getting easily over the 60 FPS and stuff, just changing up settings. But no, it's a phenomenal game. They did such a great job jumping over from 2042. It's polished, like the destruction, there's lots of game modes, and it's just a lot of fun to jump into. I'm still like, every time I get excited for a Battlefield game, I jump into like the big battles, and I just go back to like the smaller scale, just infantry battles. So maybe Battlefield for me isn't my game when I think about it comparatively to Call of Duty, because I am looking forward to Black Ops 7 because it is kind of smaller, faster paced, but it is a phenomenal game graphically, gameplay, all of the customization, the weapons and everything. They did such a great job, and I was thinking about it because 2042 was so bad in terms of when it launched. Like, it's better now if you go in and play, but when it launched, it was super buggy and everything. And this one was in like early pre-access or whatever for a while. So they did a much better job of making sure that when they launched it, it was in the best state possible. I mean, we all saw the beta numbers and everything, and those have translated into, 7 million? I think they said they've sold, or 6 million copies, something like that, within the first 5 days of the release. So this is very good, I think, for that competition that Call of Duty does need to continuously get better. And I think Battlefield is here now, so Call of Duty needs to take note, because this may be, we'll see how good Call of Duty sells this year, but it may potentially be beat. I thought there was no chance, but we're seeing these numbers now, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's a phenomenal first-person shooter if you haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I'll have to agree. It looks amazing. I have not had a chance to sit down and play it full on. I did jump into the to the beta, and that was a lot of fun. But looking at the is it Alinea analytics numbers early, and some people were speculating that they're not really that reliable. But then of course the numbers have come out and said Battlefield 6 has sold over 7 million copies in the first days, making it the biggest launch in franchise history for that game, Battlefield 6. So Battlefield 6 looks like it's back, baby, which is great. And people are talking about it's gonna do this and that to Call of Duty. I mean, for right now, play this. When it comes time for Call of Duty to come out, I think it's November. I think there's plenty of room for people to jump around and go back and forth since the genre is so popular. But that's kind of my opinion on that. Okay, Asante, what do you think about these that it's sold that many copies? I mean, it's pretty good for it, don't you think?
Oh yeah, super impressive. I mean, and I mean, at this time, we know it's ripe for this moment, right? Battlefield has been on its rise. They have Zempella at the back, and Zempella so far has been the type of director that does no wrong, right? Like, he has been able to turn around a lot of really great franchises to the point where he's almost become well known for that ability of his. You put him on a project, you air a sigh of relief because you know that project's going to land well, and obviously his numbers look well here as well. So no, I'm not surprised at all. Now that obviously that Call of Duty comparison continues to happen, but I wouldn't call Call of Duty out. Every year they say this is the year, but then Call of Duty shows up and it continues to be the juggernaut that it is. But I say kudos to EA team for pulling this one out, because at some point that franchise, it was spooky. We weren't sure we were going to see it come back to its righteous glory again, and by all accounts, it has come back. So yeah, I think it's awesome.
There you go. Hargeet, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, looks pretty promising.
Yeah, I mean, Battlefield itself, just looking at that part of it, 7 million, that's great. And let's see how that keeps going. It's irrelevant to me though, because the campaign was not worth me buying the game, so I will wait for the Game Pass release. It's obviously the multiplayer part of it, just like COD. To be fair, COD, like 90+% of players only play the multiplayer. But for me, I'm far more excited about COD's campaign because of the 4-player co-op. But this is apparently a very short campaign in Battlefield 6. And so it's just not worth the money for me to bother buying it. But happy to see people wanting to play it. That's great. It's always good to have competition. Hopefully it drives, and it already seems to have driven changes in Call of Duty. And that's a good thing. We want them to challenge each other. So that's awesome. As far as Alinea, maybe they can be trusted a little. I don't know. So
they've gotten some things right recently.
Yeah, right. So I mean, if it's reasonable and they're close, that's a good thing, right? So there was always questions of like, well, what are their methodologies for actually getting that data? And well, if it's close, that's a good thing, right? We can kind of maybe take some of it and say within a reasonable margin of error, it might be something that's close to reality, right? So that's good, right? So we'll keep making you have to take all of these with that kind of approach though, right? Unless they're getting like actual retail data, any analytics can always be off a bit, right? So but let's just say, hey, it's reasonable to assume they might be close to where the industry is, right? Or where the specific thing that they're honing into might be. So that's kind of cool to know, right? So but either way, we'll give them a bit more credit, right?
They've earned their credit a little bit. Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to be always accurate, but it's good to see that they were close, right?
Yeah.
But I think the big thing here really is that Battlefield 6 is doing well. That's awesome. We want that to happen, right? We want to have good competition for COD. The last couple of Battlefields have been and that's been self-inflicted stuff that they did to themselves. So it's good that they're kind of picking it up. Vince, like, he has that record, man. He does good stuff, so Here you go.
If you look at his list of games like Titanfall, Apex Legends, Star Wars, the Fallen Order and Survivor, now Battlefield 6, and then before that he was like on Call of Duty Modern Warfare and stuff. So like it was just remarkable. Everything he touches basically turns to gold.
So he seems to have that. Yeah, that Midas touch, right? It seems to just work. But hey, good for him. Why not? So reviving the Battlefield from where it was, that's good. And again, I want the competition. I think it's always good. They should push each other. Like you said, WebDave, though, there's room for both. I already said that.
Hello, Paris.
I started with Xbox dead. I mean, I don't understand. What are people talking about? There's no consoles. What do you reliable ponies have told me. Anyhow. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's great that they're doing well. Hopefully it'll keep selling and they still have the rest of the holiday season, right? So good luck to them. And hopefully this trend continues. I don't know if Vince is gonna pull back off of the franchise and let it continue on its own now, or if he'll still keep working on it. But we'll see, right? He has several projects in the works, and of course, we also had this big, huge announcement with EA. I don't know what's going to happen with that once the dust settles. That'll be sometime first quarter-ish, next year. At least that's what they're planning to kind of close that thing probably by March, or maybe it'll extend a little bit by the quarter after. Hopefully, it doesn't drag on like ABK, but we'll see. It is a large freaking acquisition as well. Just about the size of ABK. Yes, it's a little bit small, but it's just about the size of ABK. Thinking about how much we're talking here, so maybe it also gets the freaking scrutiny, and we have to wait 1.5 to 2 years before this thing ends. But if things go the way they are, they're expecting to close that early to mid next year. So let's see how that goes, right? And then if there are changes, God knows what they're gonna do. I assume they're going to want this and things like this to just keep going and hopefully add a lot more evil microtransactions and stuff to get that continuous revenue, right? We'll see. But I like good. Let's just take the win. Let's just say it's great. 7 million copies sold in 3 days. Fantastic. Like good luck to the team. Kudos to them. Awesome job. Vince, what are you going to say about Vince?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a huge hit. It looks like it already is a huge hit. And if anything, worst case is something good to tide you over until Call of Duty comes out. And maybe it's new, their new forerunner. Maybe it's the new, benchmark. And of course, with competition, breeds more competition, because that's it's going to hopefully put them to make Call of Duty that much better of a game and a game franchise, and that's a good thing. That's good for all of us.
Yep.
So
we've got Arc Raiders coming soon, right?
Isn't that
coming out?
Yeah. And the playtest was big.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So a lot of people really seem to like that. I think that was one of the ones that Kay kind of told us about a few episodes back, when he was talking about some of the ones that were really big to look for. And there you go. So Kay's right on the money, as always. Look, 182 people here watching us live right now. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Lots of great members in the community. I think we have another super chat there, Hargeet, if you want to bring that up.
All right. Hold on the notes. Let me go here. Okay, here we go. All right. Danny Passion, $2. Battlefield 6 feels like the first current, I assume, gen game. Maybe. I mean, I thought Hellblade 2 did a pretty good job of showcasing some of the current gen. I think the first one that really showed me that there was something different was Flight Sim, when that came out in 2021. For consoles. Like, hey, you actually managed to put this on these consoles, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, there haven't been that many that have really pushed the boundaries where you could say, yeah, that could not be done on the Xbox One or the PS4. most of the games just seem to like upres a bit, right? And better frame rates, and that's about it. But yeah, there have been a couple that really do showcase that they're current gen, right? And but yeah.
Yep. It's like I said, it's looking good, looking pretty good. Also, like to get this time just to if you like this what you're seeing here, which we hope you do, if you don't mind, put a subscribe there for us. Hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss out on all the stuff coming out. We appreciate that. We're gonna be dropping the QR codes here in a few minutes for all the other channels that are going to be here today too, which is one of the new features that StreamYards is doing. Another new feature that's kind of cool. You can only really see it on like the backside. I think Hargeet, you can probably see it too. If you go into like if you put stuff in your notes, you now have the option to turn them on as a teleprompter.
Yeah.
Where you can actually, so like if you're reading a script or you're doing recordings and stuff, makes it a lot easier if it's scrolling up here in front of you, and you can change the font size and everything. So
cool.
More great features added to it, which will be cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, because I like pointing out that kind of stuff too, because it's is it worth the money? Yeah, now it's worth the money.
Did they raise the price?
Yeah, they did last year. They almost doubled the price, but they sold the company to it.
StreamYards dead. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, you're right. StreamYards is dead. What am I doing? I was wasting my money. Actually, it's a pretty good investment because it makes it a lot easier to pull everybody in. I think that's the best thing I like about it is it's simple, it's easy. I don't have to be, I guess, other program literate. I tell you what. So
but
it's a lot easier for me.
More.
It does. And sometimes you have to spend the money to get good quality. Just saying. So where would you like to go next?
Arc Raiders. We mentioned it. Let's talk about Arc Raiders.
Yeah. That's all right. Has anybody here played that? Okay, Asante.
Yeah.
Let's go to you first, sir. Your thoughts?
No, it's great. I love the art style. I think I've spoken about it before. They gave, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, they started letting people in for I think a closed beta if you had access, or if you had requested access rather.
The server test.
Yeah, the server test started giving people access.
So did they copy their art style from some young upcoming artist?
So I'm gonna keep it straight laced. I'm gonna leave the slander to you, good sir. Go ahead. But no, it looks like it's in the background and could potentially do some very interesting things when it finally releases. All these things you always have to take with with a hope and a dream, because there's Exoborn, there's many different kinds of potential new live service looter shooter, extraction shooter kind of games that are vying for attention. And even the best ones, I don't foresee like lasting more than a couple of years. You know what I mean? Like they do their best, but it's really hard out there right now. So I hope the best for them. It's a good one by and large, right? On the merits of it, it seems fun. Graphic style looks really cool. I hope they have a plan for post-launch. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a strong opener when it comes out.
There you go. Let's add that to the mix. Pull up a little gameplay while we're
absolutely
talking about it.
Cool.
So yeah, hopefully that's a little better. I'm not exactly sure who I pulled up playing it, but there we go.
Yeah,
he looks like he's having fun. Looks like we do have another super chat and
or two. Mr. Farq, aka Bram Stroker.
Yep.
Reduce his membership for 10 months.
Thanks.
Mighty King,
Farq.
$15.
I
really appreciate great audio when it comes to a podcast. WebDave always has great audio for his podcast and panel studio quality.
Well, thank you. TTS. I like that. Talk that shit, sir. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate that greatly. Just also a big jump out too, that if you have a membership to our YouTube channel, which is only $1, if you want to buy one for yourself, it's just $1, but you have access to over 30 different emojis, including our guest emojis tonight as well. We have the Plume emoji in there, as well as the what's it, T800, but we call it T1000 because he's above grade. That's right. the K1000 emoji Asante is in there as well. So check that out. Use them up. Have fun. And don't worry, kid. Didn't get rid of your other famous one. Your favorite one. That's right. So lots of other good emojis are on there, as well as Ahsoka. That's one of Kay's favorites. So yeah, she is amazing character for sure. But yeah, like I said, you can spell out stuff. You can have fun with that, and we appreciate it. Even we got the Tim Dog, Reforge, and Dreamcast guy emojis too. If you want to have a little slanderous fun, just all in fun and jest. Anyway, all right. So anybody else play this at all? Like I watched some video on it. It looks really good. I just haven't had the time to jump into it. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna front and bullshit and say that I have when I haven't. But it looks great. I mean, I don't know, graphically it looks good, and then it's good to have variety in the genre, as it were. So, Hargeet, have you checked it out, or Plume? Either one of you all, have you played it?
I have not, but I've watched some video, and I'm excited that it's an Xbox Play Anywhere title. So that has me kind of intrigued because that means I can pick it up and play it on my shiny new Xbox handheld, if I'm allowed to call it that. Once it does drop,
call it whatever you want. It's your system, and let's face it, it's an Xbox.
Yep, and I'm
play that
word
video.
Yeah. Trigger word, right? Yeah, exactly.
I think it is. I think I'm intrigued though how good this game is going to do, because we have, like you said, referencing Marathon when that comes out. That's two big extraction shooters.
Yeah,
we'll see how that one does. Based off of the controversy as well with Marathon, because PlayStation needs a live service multiplayer game to hit, and I felt like Marathon was probably their best bet. So now with Arc Raiders and a bunch of other stuff coming out, we'll see how that one does when it drops.
Yeah. Anybody see the? Go ahead, Argy.
I was just saying, I don't know about Marathon.
Yeah,
it had a play test and spiked for 2 hours. And then it dropped off the face of the earth.
So did it really have a playtest?
Well,
did it have a, hey, I was paid to log into this test?
Maybe. Or there were people that got on it, and then they were like, ooh, not enough changes yet. I don't know. But, and you can't really, it's not fair to say this is this because of this. But they shot themselves in the foot. They did a lot of things they shouldn't have done. But you know what? People can say that about Xbox, and they can also say that about Nintendo. All these companies, no matter how much some people fan for one or the other, they're still companies, and companies have a bottom line. They have to make money. And whether it's, Nintendo charging $80 for their flagship game and wow. Suing everybody for lookalikes and game mechanics that have been around forever. But let them do what they think they got to do.
Games like this.
Yeah. And PlayStation not doing their due diligence in checking some work. But then again, people say, Redfall was the same way. But you know what? It happens. But Redfall they fixed, and they've made it better. It's playable now.
It's still around. You can play it.
Exactly. It's still
unlike this game.
Yeah. Unlike Concord. Yeah. Concord is gone. Yeah. Did anybody get that controller? The Concord controller? I hear that sells pretty good on eBay. Wow.
But I know people were getting the physical copy because I think it's going to be collectable, but I don't know if that ever went up in price or if it just died.
We know that
there's no game to play, but
what was his name? X-Vlog, X something. I don't know, the koala bear looking dude. That I don't know if you saw, Hargy, he actually clipped us and did a video 2 weeks ago, one episode with Holly on it. And he used us as his slander. I'll have to watch that. I've heard good things about it.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, there's a oh no, it's Alex when he started going to it, and when he starts it, we're in the background of that video. I'm like, what the hell? It's hilarious. So yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to sit and watch that sometime and see what bad takes that we had for that. It looks like we got another member chat.
Was it? Yeah. So P-Lump, member for 9 months. Stop every damn thing. I need my theme song played so bad I'm man down. right now, but I am excited about the Xbox Ally X. It's not an Xbox. Xbox is dead.
They see me rolling. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. He be rolling down the street. He be rolling to the beat.
There you go, Pila. Just for you. That's right.
And Sith Lord member for 22 months.
Thank you, Sith Lord. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh, another one. Another member chat.
Wow. Here we go. JMac, hashtag Graybeards, the foundation we outside. Hashtag Xbox World Order. I'm sorry, but Xbox is dead.
He's kidding. He's kidding. He's kidding. Is he? Just kidding. Yeah, we're kidding because here on this channel we do believe that Xbox is doing just fine, and you can say a lot of different things about the console and the industry and the way things are changing or going, but you know, if you don't make changes and you don't go with changes and you don't, I guess, take your company and move it forward where the trends and stuff are going, then you're destined to be doomed and fall behind and then eventually become irrelevant. So some of the changes people may not like, but you know, it is what it is. You know, my vote for publisher of the year would definitely be Microsoft because of all the amazing games they had come out just this year.
Yeah, they
alone.
won't win publisher of the year though. I think publisher of the year is the one with the highest meta rating, right? So
Could be. Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. But our friend Farq is up to it again.
Oh no! What do you do this time?
Here we go.
Oh.
It won't show. It's too big. Hold on. I'll fix it.
That's what she said.
Oh. Oh. Let's see. Zoom. Let's change that to, and then do a negative. And let's keep it. There we go. You need a little more. Let's see. Let's make it 75. There we go.
There you go. Wow. You need to send Paris that picture for sure. Way to go, Farq. I like that. I like that. Hilarious. Hilarious.
Let's see if it's in the right spot now. Can I come back? Yes, I can.
All right. Let me get out of that.
I bet you that shirt would sell pretty well, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like a business idea.
Here we go. Oh, boom. Hello. We're back.
Good old Farq.
Good old Farq. I like that though. That is an interesting shot. Paris, you gotta love that, right, Paris? There you go.
I will switch it back.
All good. It's all good. We have 228 people watching us live. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you all so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. So
next topic I would recommend is Keeper.
All right, let's talk about Keeper because as more people come in here, and yes, we're gonna get to the main topic soon, I promise. But man, dude, this game has really started to surprise people. A lot of people really seem to be.
Everybody here played it?
Getting into. I have, yes,
yeah.
Everybody here finished it yet?
Finished it? No.
I have.
Oh, all right. Is it would it be? Let me say, would it be worth a repeat? Would it be something you would actually play again?
Probably not. Just because I play so many games, I want my backlog to start going down, so I don't have time to replay it.
Right.
But anyways, for everybody who I'm sure knows already, Keeper. It's the next game from Double Fine, not the main team, but it's a side team that made this game. Relatively short, but it's a pretty decent game. Obviously, it's in Game Pass. It is still exclusive console-wise to Xbox. I don't know if it comes to other platforms. If it does, that's great. But for now, it is exclusive to Xbox on a console basis. even though Xbox dead. It's getting some pretty good ratings. It's at about an 83 on OpenCritic, which is, it's pretty decent. But it's essentially a little puzzle game. There's no dialogue or anything. It's you just go through areas and solve the puzzle of that area. It does sort of shift to different. I guess I shouldn't give too much away. So it's well worth it. The one caution I'll give you is right at the beginning when you start playing, you're very wobbly. Like the movement, you just start falling over. Don't let that dissuade you. That is not the majority of the game at all. After you get past like the first 2 minutes, it gets better. So so don't let that dissuade you from playing it. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. I'd give it about the same rating. I'd put it in that 8.5 range. I think most of the puzzles are decent enough. It has a lot of sort of artistic variety with the various areas you're in. So it's it's pretty imaginative and creative. But yeah, it's an interesting little game. So definitely a great Double Fine entry. Good Xbox game. So I thought it was pretty good. It didn't take too long to finish it. All the achievements, I think maybe they have a couple for actually finishing some areas. But I think most of the achievements you actually get by finding things that are off the beaten path. So you have to kind of explore if you want to get the achievements. But either way, it was a fun little a diversion, as it were. But again, this is my type of game. I like puzzle games, so I liked it. So an interesting enough game. What did you guys think?
A big shout out to Epic Treasure, by the way. This is her footage we're playing right now of her playthrough. So
cool.
So yeah, okay, Asante, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on it?
I have about I'd say about 4 or 5 hours into it, so still early days. It is as you can see on the screen here. Like the only way to describe it is, especially right now when you're looking at it, it is like art in motion. It's beautiful in every sense of the word. It's very, very weird, and it's just weird. It's the best way you can describe it. And it unfolds and gets better and better with time. I think it's great. This is what Double Fine was about, right? And actually, funny enough, as I hear it, this is one of the first games that was incubated under Microsoft. So of all the games we've played, of all the various studios whose games have come out, Redfall and Starfield and all the games that have come out with all of this was the first one where there was nothing in the tank. They went, okay, we want to build this weird thing, and Microsoft said, okay, go for it. This was one of the first games that Microsoft greenlit under their tutelage since they owned them. So it's a very cool, unique one for them to have released like this, and it just looks really cool. I hear the numbers are kind of all over the place on Steam and stuff. I don't know what that will lead to, but I hope people play it. It is a quality game that's just very nice. It's like a hidden gem, if you will, even though they're trying to promote it. I don't think maybe they didn't do a good enough job to really push it as they should. But this is one of those just discover it for yourself type situations. And I really do think more people should discover it. It's a beautiful thing.
So just an FYI, since you're 4 to 5 hours in, it took me 7 to finish it, and that might have also been I left it on for a little bit here and there while I was getting stuff done in the house. But, so it's not a very long game.
It's not long.
You might be close. You might be close.
Mm-hmm.
That's good though. That's good.
Yeah.
Tony, Plume, what would you like to say about this game?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything you guys said. It's just it's like playing a piece of art as you're going through, and the scenes changing up, all the colors and everything, and it's just it's a beautiful game, and it kind of came out of nowhere too, right? I think they showed it off at the showcase once, maybe. I don't know if they showed it off or talked about it more than that. Really, they just kind of dropped it out there. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. If it's like 7 hours, I'm probably like halfway through, I would say. So I'll probably finish it up this week. But yeah, Double Fine. I've always liked Double Fine stuff. They're just known for these different, unique experiences, and it's no different here with Keeper. I really hope, because we're talking about the numbers, and you're seeing people post Steam numbers, and I saw also on Twitter, person who works at Xbox Creator Comms is saying that the Steam numbers aren't true, I guess, in a way. So they said it's not entirely true. Don't believe everything you read online. So we don't know exactly how well it's doing, but I really hope this is like, if it's the first one, like you said, Kay, that Microsoft incubated, and now with the shift in, you know, with the price raise and everyone, the doom and gloom saying that they're only going to focus on major games, I hope this isn't the end of incubating these smaller unique titles. That's my fingers crossed if it doesn't suck, because they didn't really market it very much, but it's a phenomenal game. It's a phenomenal game.
There you go. There you go. I really enjoy it too. I'm super early into it. I'm maybe like 15-20 minutes into it is all I've had a chance to play so far, but I will definitely be actually spending more time in it tonight, since I'm off tonight. So I'll be definitely hanging out with that for sure. So pretty excited for this, and it looks really good. It's something intriguing, and you know what? It's day one in Game Pass. It's included in your subscription, and if you wanted to buy it outright, it's only $29.99. So, and I'm sure there'll be some special deals and stuff on it eventually if you wanted to own it outright. But as long as you have Game Pass, then it's included and should be in there forever. So pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. And I have a feeling this is also one of those games that'll probably trickle down to the other levels of Game Pass as well too, and be included in that. You know, it's the studio has a really good reputation of putting out good quality, quirky games. But the quality is definitely there. And if you want fun, and you know, to define a genre, it's like it's a game. It's a game you'll have fun playing. Puzzle, maybe. I don't know. I like I said, I have yet to really get into it myself, so I haven't had a chance to, you know, to do it. But you look at it now, it looks pretty amazing. Of course, in this particular part of the footage, she looks like she's changing up some of her some of the things on the settings and stuff too. So we'll pull out of that to get back into it. But guys, I think we probably ought to jump to maybe a little bit of a bigger topic, and but let's Hargeet, let's start off with it's positive, very positive. Let's start with the positive piece, and this part I will say is where I think we ought to go to, and this is he's a good member of the community, a gaming community. He's quite a legend for PlayStation. It's Shohei Yoshida, and his comment
he's playing his PlayStation.
Ghost of Tsushima plays well on my ROG Xbox Ally X.
Oh, he said Xbox. Okay.
Smiley face. Oh yeah, it's an Xbox, and this is actually from his official feed, and he's playing the game right there on his handheld. He loves it. He loves it. Needless to say, there's a few people in his few comments where he gets
Jesus.
It's anytime. It's actually been kind of funny this weekend. Just tweeting about this handheld at all, even just trolling, right? All the comments are just so negative. It's like, it's insane.
Yeah. So it's a lot of people are upset with him. I should say some pony bots are a little upset with that. But you know what? I mean, kudos to him. I mean, he's not beholden to Sony anymore, and you know, there's some rumors that he might actually be doing some work, maybe some projects here and there for different other companies. I'm just guessing what company that might be, but you know, there's always some things that he do. He's pretty instrumental in getting the PlayStation to where it is now. You know, and then they shuffled him off, and then it went to shit. But you know, just kidding. How many games you got coming out this year? Oh, they had it already. It's this one. Yeah. No, not this one. This was Ghost of Tsushima. It was Ghost of Yote, or as Shaun 786 would say, Ghost of Hote. Anyway, I'm just being slanderous, having a little fun. We do have another super chat there, Hargeet, if you want to bring that up.
All right. We got Mac, $5. Just wanted to say, hey, WebDave and panel. What is that OBJ? I don't know what that is. Maybe I have to go to, I don't know. Anyways, I'm only going to be here for another 15 minutes. Hashtag M's Plume is about to be very sad. Hashtag ALCS.
Oh, we'll see.
Hashtag Xbox is dead. Hashtag Graveyard. But yeah, I don't know, man.
I think they're winning tonight. We'll see.
Well, let's see what happens.
I may have just jinxed them. So.
Oh no.
Oh goodness. Let's see here. All right. So, guys, what are your thoughts about this? I mean, you know, he is obviously a big member of the community, and all right. Let's see here. I'm in the wrong screen. Let me pull that off here real quick. I don't want to give out messages that it shouldn't be seen by other people. Let's see here. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Let's well, I'm an idiot, so I hit the wrong button. So good on Dave for being stupid. All right, but anyway, we can get you guys' thoughts. Kay, what do you think? I mean, what does that say? That, you know, the former head of Sony is he's pretty excited about the Xbox handheld.
So what I will tell you is that Shuhei Yoshida is a collector of handhelds. Mm-hmm. He collects both the new and the old ones. He's collected a lot of them. He has, and I know this because I collect weird ones that people haven't heard of before, and he has those same ones as well, right? Bespoke companies, weird Chinese offshoots. I have a few of them. So does he. So, you know, and he tends to be this kind of guy, right? Like whenever Xbox releases something, he'll try it out. He'll send a message. Just what he does. You know, I've always liked his style and how he approaches the community. I do think it's funny though. He was able to piss off both camps equally with two tweets of each other. First off, he put a tweet out and says, "I bought an Xbox Ally," and then he wrote, "It's a PC," and then all the Xbox people went, "No, it's not." Ah. And then he showed another tweet where he's playing Ghost of Tsushima on it, and then all the Xbox people are like, "Yay!" and all the PC, all the PlayStation people are now like, he pissing people off left and right. But no, he plays the game. You know what he does. You know, but no one. He's Teflon. No one can bother him with that. You know, he's doing his thing. You know, this is Shuhei. He's been in the game longer than most. He knows what he's doing. He does know what he's doing. I agree with that. And it's kind of Teflon on him. You know what I mean? It's absolutely it's not really gonna stick. But that's just how he's always been, right? Yeah. He's the guy who walks into any party and everybody will bow low and give him mad respect. You know, no matter what camp he's from, he's always been very respectful and respectable that way. So I've always appreciated his style. Agreed. And like I said, he seems very down to earth. Unlike some of the other I hear he's a pit bull in the boardroom though, but when you see him out in Front Street, he's very nice. There you go. Plume, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's just seems like a gamer, or seems like just a guy who loves the industry and everything that's going on with it, right? He's never really been like into the fanboy stuff, so it's not shocking at all that he picks this up, shows it off, and plus he's not beholden to PlayStation anymore too, right? So and we heard the interviews. He kind of seemed a little bit sad where they had pushed him off to the side before he did end up leaving and stuff and changed his role. So he's probably just out here enjoying everything that it has to offer. So it's cool to see him. It's cool to see him showing off that, and even he put out a tweet before that as well where he called it a PC. Or he said the Xbox handle and then brackets PC, which it is. But he's just showing off gaming and the things that he loves. And there's other former executives that are writing storybooks just even recently on Twitter. I was just reading it before I came on the show, but I don't think we're gonna get into that one. Yeah, there's definitely some probably a lot of books that could be written from all different companies, not just Microsoft, but from a lot of different companies. So yeah,
I agree. I agree with that for sure. Hargeet, any more thoughts on his reply and what it's done to the ponies?
I mean, look, the assumption that these guys weren't always doing this, I'm sure most of the PlayStation, execs and top people, whatever, and even the engineering people were definitely buying Xboxes and Nintendos and checking them out, and getting the other systems like the Steam Deck and whatnot to see what they do. Obviously, they want to keep up on what's going on, right? So for him to buy this, does that surprise me? No. Is he now beholden to PlayStation? No. But like you certainly hear a lot more from Shaun Layden and being a lot more still pro PlayStation over being more open, whereas Shuei has no interest in being locked down to anything. He's just having his fun with whatever's out there. So, and why not, right? Like, if there's a PlayStation equivalent that lets you play all your games native, I'm sure he'd be happy to buy that too. So, when it comes, it'll come. And I assume they're going to work on one. So, I'm sure he'll be showing that as well. So, good for him, right? We're all in this for gaming. He obviously seems like a gamer. I always like that when the people who are doing this stuff actually enjoy games. That's a good thing. Yeah. So, if that's who he is, that's awesome, right? You want to see more of that. So great. I don't see anything negative here. Yeah. Is it a PC? Sure. Is it a console? Sure. Is it an Xbox? Sure. Did he say it wasn't an Xbox? No. So what's the difference? Yeah. It's fine. And the game I chose to play as my first one to sort of challenge the system was also Ghost of Tsushima. So go figure.
Nice.
And it wasn't for any other reason than it was like, okay, that one should push the system a bit. Let's try it. And that was really it. So, and I wanted to get something off of the Steam library, and I happen to have that on Steam. So I'm like, why not? Right. So, but anyway.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's good. We'll get into the analysis, but it was impressively good. I actually was very impressed with it. So
very good, very good. I'll definitely get into the quality and what works and what doesn't seem to work, and everybody's initial thoughts on that as well. I think we had another member come up.
Yep. Let me scroll down. We did this one. Yeah. Okay. Sith Darkside. Sith Darkside became a YouTube member. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Go ahead and switch over here to this particular screen. Also want to I'm gonna throw these up in the corner real quick. Actually, let me switch this to this view. Actually, it's still gonna cover up Kay. I'm sorry, Kay. I'll cover you.
I'm good
temporarily. Well, actually, let's do this. There we go. That way it won't be so bad on you. All right, so in the corner over here, if you're watching on your television and you want to, you can pull it up. So right now, that is the QR code for Plume's the Plume Gaming Network. So if you hold your phone up there and scan that, it'll take you right to his YouTube channel where you can like, subscribe, share that out, all that kind of good stuff. So please suggest you do that right now. And then I'll be putting these up again toward the end of the show as well. I got Hargeet's on there as well as our merch store. But and also here is Kay Asante's. So this is for Kay's the Circle podcast. Their actual like that. So gracious. There you go. Holding the QR code up there for that. So if you want to, go ahead and scan that as well. Scan it on your phone, and then you'll be able to. If you're watching this later, you can always pause it, scan it, start the show back up. And then another one that I do have 4K is actual the Gaming Circle website, and that is the link to it. So if you hold your phone up right now and you use your phone on that QR code, then boom shakalaka, take you right to that. Make sure you bookmark that because a lot of great information there as well. And Plume does a daily show on his as well, so you want to make sure that you don't miss. It's like, I love it, 15-20 minutes of great information every day, and he does a lot of bonus stuff too. And sometimes on Sunday he does a show, and he was lucky enough we were able to get him to jump on our show tonight. So again, it's super awesome to have this great members of the community here. I love it. And also a big shout out to Dirk Griggity, who if some of you don't know, he was on his show Thursday night, One Man Dark Man, and he started getting chats or people asking him if he was going to get the handheld, and he's like, no, I thought about it. There's definitely some FOMO to get it, but no, I'm save up for a computer and blah blah this and that. And people started donating and saying this is for your ROG. By the end of the show, he had over $1,000 of people that had donated, including myself. I even shipped him some money as well, and I did it regularly through PayPal though. That way, he didn't have to take out the charge on that. But yeah, so by the middle of the show, he went ahead and he's like, "You guys, all right, cool." So he did it. But shout out to the community for doing that for him. And then the next day, we bring TTS, Shaun's show. Talk that shit on Fridays. They did the same for Shaun too. So pretty cool. Pretty cool, showing love to the community. And the thing is, somebody like Asante, like Tony, Plume Gaming Network, Hargeet, these are all people passionate and really love gaming, and it shows. Not the kind of people that are out there just trying to, I do it because I love it, not because I'm out for money. I have a good job. I have a good retirement fund, all that kind of good stuff is all good for me, but I do like it. And I like to be able to give when I can, and it's just nice the love that everybody got for that. So shout out to the over 282 people we have here watching us live on YouTube and on YouTube and on X. So yeah, so we don't not doing the other channel anymore since they had a bad weekend. Let's just say that Twitch had a very bad weekend. But we'll move on. Craziness. All right, so that won't be doing anything with them. So we're gonna pull this up here. So this I thought was pretty good too. Maybe pull that off there. Boom. So it's not in K's face when I do this. Boom. There we go. So Jez Corden, one of his posts, which was actually pretty cool. Sarah Bond and I guess Carl Ledbetter showed Good Morning America around the Xbox hardware labs to promote the new Xbox Ally. And this is also where they're prototyping the next generation of Xbox.
I don't believe them. They're lying. The Xbox is dead.
Stop it, Hargeet. We know that's not true. We know it's not true. We're gonna play that clip real quick. It's only 3 minutes long, but we'll play it because it's actually pretty good and some good information. And yeah, if you look around the labs, I wonder if you see anything like on Phil's shelf. No, probably not. I guarantee you they made it so you couldn't see anything too telling, as it were. But it's pretty interesting comments, and let's give a listen.
This morning, a new handheld gaming device from Microsoft. Actually, two. The Xbox Ally and the Ally X.
Ooh, it feels like a controller that's gone whoop and gotten a little wider, but it has the same feel. Your thumbs are in the same place, your trigger fingers are in the same place.
Developed with hardware maker Asus, the devices have a 7-inch screen and run Windows 11, meaning that in addition to playing Xbox console games on it, you can play any PC or streamable game.
This is Microsoft Building 87.
In an exclusive peelback of the development process,
This is the 3D printing lab.
Ooh.
Xbox President Sarah Bond shows me their labs.
This is where the team is actually designing, prototyping, and testing for the next generation of Xbox.
Ooh, so this is the top secret
It is
room.
top secret.
From 3D printers to the machine shop.
So we very, very rarely take people in here. This is the Xbox lab.
Here, the company envisions all the ways and places we game.
This is manageable.
You can actually have your full high-fidelity gaming library and have it in your hands and take it anywhere with you.
Because if you're console gaming at home and have to go,
It actually knows where you were in the game. You can go jump right back in, and you can start right where you left
Wow,
off.
it
Super
syncs
easy.
progress.
It syncs progress.
Uh-oh.
Carl Ledbetter from the design team walks me through the new features.
It has a high quality display, and both devices share the same display. It gives you rich color and a fast refresh rate.
More than 3 billion people game worldwide, with Microsoft clocking more than 500 million active monthly users. But the rise in mobile gaming has been a bit of a phenomenon. Nintendo launched its second generation handheld this summer, the Nintendo Switch 2.
I think Nintendo kind of owns the market and everybody knows it, but
Microsoft has the real opportunity to grow the market.
The success of the Nintendo Switch, I think, surprised a lot of people and probably put some pressure on Microsoft to answer. How is this the answer?
Actually, it's very different because it's powered by Windows. You can get all of your games, and you can actually pull games from other stores. And so it's one place that brings together an aggregated library, and that's just something that's not available anywhere else.
There are two versions of the device for more casual gamers like Minecrafters. The Xbox Ally is $599. For more hardcore gamers, the Xbox Ally X model has more processing power and it's available for $999. The launch is tomorrow, and while pre-orders have been sold out in some places, the company says they do have stock coming in consistently between now and the holidays. And parents, you will be happy to know that the parental controls that you manage your kids' console gaming with will carry over and work on the mobile Xbox Ally devices.
That is very good to know. You have gone where few have gone before.
Mm-hmm.
And we're supposed to believe this top secret room exists. Shenanigans.
It was a green screen. It wasn't a room.
Still can't hear you, sir. WEBDAVE.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So, thank you so much. So Paris Lilly in his slanderous ways was saying it was all AI created. Yeah. That's him. That's Paris right there. Paris, have you seen your shirt? Where'd you get that shirt at, man? That's really good. Xbox is dead shirt. Yeah. This is AI. Fark, you was wanting to know where you got that cool shirt. We all wanting to know where you got that cool shirt. Oh, the love and the slander. Right. All right. So okay, let's start with you. What do you? So I mean, all right. Let's get it out of the way. All right. So I have mine.
Mm-hmm.
Hargeet, you got yours? Plume?
Get it. Sure.
No, you don't. No, you don't have to go get it. Plume, you got yours, right? Yeah, you got yours, right? You got one.
Sir.
So why don't I have mine? Is that the question?
So that's
okay. So honestly, truth be told, all right. So and this is something that is real right now. All right.
Yes.
There's another Kay Asante. They call her the better Kay Asante. Her first name is Kimberly. Okay. And the one problem she has with me all the time is, every time I like something, I buy it, to the point where she can never buy me anything. Okay. Now, the one Kay Asante's birthday happens to be also on a very somewhat interesting day, December 25th. So I have been distinctly warned not to buy anything for myself until the end of this year. I'm not allowed to buy this device because she needs something to be able to buy me, which is fine. Hey, it's all good. But truth, and that's part of it. You know, she's never on many occasions she said, "Come on, I can never buy you anything. I look to buy it for you. You already have it." That kind of thing. So I was like, you know what? You can buy me this. Needless to say, realistically, y'all have heard me talk about the device before, you know, and I'm sure everybody who owns it will absolutely love it because it's amazing and it does lots of different things really, really good. I own many handheld right now, and because of that, I kind of didn't see it. I would have bought it anyway if my wife didn't specifically wave her finger at me and say, "Don't buy that thing." So now I know probably I'll get it for Christmas. But needless to say, you know, it's.
Will that be the white one or the black one? Should I ask that question?
That I don't know. I don't know that. I'm not going to ask. So
you'll appreciate it either way, right?
That I don't know. Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. I will appreciate it either way. Knowing what we know now more about the power profile, I would say anybody who bought it, you should have bought the black one, because the white one looked like it had more in the tank, but it did not have. They did not do the work they should have done with it. Maybe it changes, but right now it looks like they didn't do the work they should have done with it, meaning like it doesn't get the benefits that it should have gotten, right? There's a reason you'd think why they put that specific kind of architecture and that kind of processor into that white one, but it's looking like in testing, it did not actually turn out the way it should have, and the price point doesn't reflect it. So the black one turns out to be the better deal from a price and performance perspective. So if you have the white one, you're sitting pretty. It's all good. You know, so yeah, that is the reason why I did not purchase one. I literally have a Legion Go on my desk right here. I have a Steam Deck OLED on my desk right here. The MSI Claw is over there. I have lots of handhelds, and I think at last count I have about 8. I have a problem, so that's why I didn't get one.
That's a lot.
But that does not. But does that mean that I'm saying you shouldn't get one? Or does not mean I'm saying that it's not worthy? You know, they're all the prices these days are kind of where they are. You know, I would have felt a little bit better if the top end one stayed at $800 in another world, right? That didn't happen, right? Because remember, the Ally X originally launched in the United States at $800, $799, and then it went to $800, and then it went to $900, and because of that, now this is at $1,000. So had that stayed at 800, maybe this would have released at $9. Who knows? We don't know. But needless to say, it's still roughly where it is. Again, the white one for me is now out of position, but the black one, like if you've spent any time in these kind of waters, this is the cheapest processor of its type you'll find, because the next ones up are like $1,200-$1,300, right? Like that's just what they are. So it is what it is. The only other one that's probably a contender is my MSI Claw, which is $23 more. It used to be actually cheaper, but then they discontinued the one that was cheaper, and now the one that's out is only $23 more, and it's an Intel variant. So take that for what you will. But it's the only one on the market right now that is punching blows with what's out there now, and it's $23 more. But hey, this got the Xbox. This one is the one that, by all accounts, is being monitored and being incubated under the first party that is Microsoft, right? If nothing else, when they start turning on things like what do you call it, shader compilation caching, you'll get the benefits of that, right? And it's AI backed, so you'll be able to use that, and it should really consoleify the experience for you. You know, by and large, I think this thing is excellent. I think it's great. I think, you know, they started where they should have started, and all they have to do is now go up from there, just like the Steam Deck.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, it's we have 300 people watching us live. Thank you all so much for doing that. So Tony, what are your thoughts? You've had it for a few days now. You've got your hands on it. You've done a lot of good videos on your channel about it. A lot of your unboxing and everything, as well as some in-depth and some gameplay footage of it. So what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I've had it over the weekend, so I've been playing it as much as I can throughout the weekend, and I have a few thoughts on it. Like, the first thing that I noticed right out of this, because my experience with PC handhelds has been Steam Deck, and I had the original Asus ROG Ally, and then I've used the Lenovo Legion Go S. I don't have any of those anymore, but I've used all those. And I've liked them all pretty much, especially the Lenovo Legion Go S one, the one with the Z1 Extreme chip in it. That one was a pretty good one. I thought that was probably like the most comfortable handheld I've used. But like, my first initial thoughts with this thing is that this is like the most comfortable handheld I've ever used, because it literally does feel like an Xbox controller in your hands. The triggers are phenomenal, the buttons and everything, and it's great. And it's such an important factor when it comes to handheld, right? Because I mean, I have the Switch 2. And I can't even use that unless I buy accessories to put on it to play in handheld mode, because my hands fall asleep instantly. So ergonomically, like, they did a great job with this thing. I don't know if it'll be topped anytime soon in terms of how it does feel. The screen itself and everything, 7 inches. I was kind of worried because, I mean, you have the Lenovo Legion Go, like you have, Ken. That's like an 8.8-inch screen on it or something. I've always kind of liked the bigger screens. I was using the Lenovo Legion Go S at 8 inches, but been using this all weekend, and I can say that, like, it's not bad. I don't mind the 7 inches. It really just feels like it's more portable, and the handheld experience has been great. I don't know if that's maybe the games that I've been playing on. I've been playing a lot of Ball X Pit. I don't know if you guys have checked that game out, but
oh yeah, absolutely, yes, awesome game,
addicting as hell. I always just go back for one round on that one. I'm playing Final Fantasy 16 on this, and game runs great on that. You can get some good results out of it. Battlefield 6, and I put out a video showing that off. Like, you can really have. I feel like this is the first handheld, because of the way that it like feels in my hands and everything. that I can actually say that I'm comfortable playing a first-person shooter. I've never liked playing first-person shooter on any handhelds before. It's just always felt like you don't have nearly as much aim or accuracy. Now with this, it's as close as it's been to playing on a controller. So that part's been very, very cool. I think that opens it up a lot, especially with Black Ops 7 coming out. I know I'll be playing a ton of Black Ops 7 on this thing, just nonstop. And I've been playing Keeper on it, which has ran really well. The games are all running great. It's the biggest issue right now with this handheld that you've seen a lot of people talking about is, I think right now, if you're a console only player, you've never played PC, you've never tinkered with games, you've never like changed settings or anything, you're gonna get this thing and you're gonna be it's going to be a lot. It's going to be overwhelming in a way because there's lots of updates. You get it. I think it took me like an hour or so to set up. And then I had to go into the desktop mode and update drivers and stuff because just stuff wasn't running the way that I was supposed to. The Xbox full screen experience to me, feels like a beta at this point. It's not where it needs to be. It's good. It's far better than basic Windows 11, because that was one of my biggest gripes with handhelds up until this point was Windows 11. I just hated using touchscreen. I hated using the thumbsticks. I hated using the thumb pads. I just didn't like it at all. Any handhelds. The Xbox full screen experience, you can see the vision. Like you can see where this is going to be once it's fully fleshed out. It is going to be like that Steam OS that right now is amazing to use on handhelds. But right now, there's just a lot of things that still need to be worked out. And they've already said they're bringing updates in, I think, next month. And then in early 2026, I'm sure they're going to continuously bring updates. So I'm not worried about that. But that is probably the biggest drawback right now about this thing, is just the full screen experience needs to continuously improve. And it will. It will. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it's been awesome. I like games all running pretty good. I just can't wait to see where they go. They're bringing some AI features. I think they said they're bringing, what was it? Super resolution or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Auto SR. That's for when they enable it, so as we understand it a little bit now, when enabled first, and as time goes on, a lot more will be enabled, but the first things that we expect to see will be Auto SR for upscaling when you connect it to a dock and like dock it to a TV. And also the aforementioned using AI to help crunch the numbers as far as resolution, not resolution. What do you call it? Shader compilation. So it'll download the shaders along with the game itself, so that when you start the game, it doesn't give you that.
Yeah, you get that shader
shaders thing. Yeah.
Took like
that's what it looks like. They're enabling AI for in the short term.
Yeah. So like, I think like when those things start coming in, because I feel like a lot of the appeal that people do look at this for is like, how much is like that console experience that just needs to continue to be fleshed out. Once they get a more seamless and more closer to that console experience, then it'll be incredible from that software perspective. But you could definitely see the vision. You can see that this is where they're going with the next gen. This is like the first step where they're saying, yeah, this is everything. Xbox Play Anywhere. It's one thing I feel like never gets highlighted enough in the gaming circles, especially amongst like PlayStation and Xbox. Xbox Play Anywhere is so good. You load up your game at any point and it just works. Like I loaded up my Hogwarts Legacy on this and on my PC the other day, and I knew it was going to work, but like I was blown away that my Xbox Series X 2023 save was there. Everything worked, jumped right back into where it was. So that part is great. There's tons of games. The big debate now is like, do you get to play your console games, right? There's a lot of console games, of course, like older games and stuff that you don't, but if you're playing a lot of your current catalog and a lot of games that they've brought over to Xbox Play Anywhere or they brought over to the cloud, you can access majority of your stuff on here. I think the whole discussion about like old 360 games and old OG Xbox games that you can't access right now will eventually come over, but I think it is somewhat blown out because there's so much here. I didn't have any. I wasn't sitting there thinking, oh man, this game, my catalog is empty and I have nothing to play, because Play Anywhere is continuing to expand. They're bringing more games to it. So I'm just this gets me very excited for the future. They just got to flesh out that operating system. Oh, you're still muted, Dave.
Oh, Web, be muted.
Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. Instead of taking a drink, they want to be all like gargly. But yeah, that's good points is what I was going to say. And also, you can if I'm not mistaken, Kay, I'm sure you know this more than any of us. So you can also, like, say I have my Xbox Series X and my Series X, S and X sitting in different rooms, but I can actually pull from those consoles, right?
Yeah, remote play.
Well,
that
but
stuff.
not only that, you can remote play from your PlayStation. You can remote play from GeForce Now. You can, like, this is a PC in that way where like PlayStation offers an app that then you can put on this device, and then you're remote playing into your PlayStation, whether you're at home or you're elsewhere. Same thing like Xbox, right? So this device can be your one-stop shop for all manner of gaming, cloud and local. It is one-stop shop. It's pretty great.
Nice. Welcome, D1. Good to see you in there as well. This Paris Lily is also in the chat. Welcome. Good to see you guys. So yeah, but on the screen, I got the IGN score of they got a 9 out of 10, and I think it's great. I think that whoever reviewed it was very logical, and
I forget her last name. Jacqueline. I forget her. I read the review. Yeah, new reviewer for them. Yeah.
Very fair though, I thought. You know, not bias or anything like that. Go ahead.
One more thing I forgot to mention as well. I was just sitting here thinking about the sleep mode. Like, you can put this into sleep. Battery does not drain, or drains maybe like 1 or 2%. And then you load it back up. And like, I put this into sleep mode when I went to bed last night. I think it's 66%. I just hit the power button in the middle of a game. I turned it on this morning and it was at, I think, 64%. So I forget if that's something that was on all the other PC handhelds. Okay, you'd probably know better than me on that, but I saw a lot of people talking about sleep mode and not working, and it works great.
Sleep mode is still broken, but Asus has done some very interesting work here. The problem with this is what they've learned, they've kept to themselves, and it's on a case by case, vendor by vendor basis. So it'll never really permeate throughout the zeitgeist in general, right? Like if you're running a Steam Deck, you hit power off in the middle of a game, you know it'll be solid if you come back to it a week from now, right? But on Windows, it's always a crapshoot. Sometimes it's great, other times it just decides to turn itself on in the middle of the night for some reason and just kill your battery, stuff like that. It looks like if y'all remember, when Asus first released their devices, their battery was terrible. Remember they had the first one without the 80-watt battery, and
that's why I sold that thing off, because the battery was just crappy.
It was just terrible. That's right. Yeah. Between that time and the 80-watt-hour battery, not only did they learn a lot from the hardware side, they also learned a lot of techniques on the software side. So theirs is actually better than most at this point, as far as the power management is concerned in Windows, which, if you don't do it well, can end up being trash. Absolutely. Right. So yes, it does work better on this device than most, because their secret sauce they're not sharing with others.
Okay.
There you go.
So I wonder if Microsoft would ever step in though and get those things worked out rather than leave it to the vendor.
Might be. That's what they need to do, right? To make it ubiquitous, to make it, because I really find this whole thing with this device super interesting, because Asus considers this their special snowflake. But let's be honest, for Microsoft, this is just one in the long line of many, because this is going to go everywhere, right? So while PlayStation, my Freudian slip showing, you see this? While Asus is all like gung-ho about you guys buying this because this is special, right? Just like when Mark Cerny was sitting on the couch, AMD was quick to remind you it's going everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Like Asus is like, hey, this is awesome. Whereas in the back room, Microsoft is just counting the days until they can just put it everywhere, because the more people that are in it, the more data they get, and the more they can do that with it, right? So yes, your sleep mode on this device for a while will be uniquely better than most, I suspect, because these guys have gotten something really cool working, and others I've seen them. I have an MSI device, I have a Legion Go device. They are trash in comparison.
Preston put up a comment. Hargeet, can you read that?
Sure. It's sleep is broken, but hibernate works.
Yes,
maybe that is a thing.
Yes, that is how I do it all the time. I just go hibernate, and what hibernate, for those who don't know, what hibernate does is it's a hybrid sleep, where if you put it to hibernate, the first few hours that it's in hibernate, it's in memory still, but then eventually it writes it to the hard drive. So you can keep it in hibernate for days. When you come back, it resumes exactly from where you were because it takes it from the hard drive and then continues it on. So that way it doesn't load up in the middle of the night on you for no reason and all of that. So it seems to be the way to make it work, except for if you're like on a Steam Deck or something, you just hit the power button and you're just done, right? So Microsoft needs to work their way to getting to that level. But for now, absolutely, the hibernate does the job.
There you go. There you go. It's good to know. And that's another reason why I have such an awesome panel tonight, because they have some good insights and wisdom, some things that we may have done either on purpose or by accident. And we can pass those acknowledgments on to you. Hargeet, before we get your thoughts, which we definitely want to get your thoughts on this, I know you have a lot of them, but there's a couple of super chats that came in too. And we also have a poll up too, if you may want to participate in that.
All right. Let's see. We do this one? I don't think we did. Lord Roughness, £5. Hi guys. For me, it's too close to my brilliant ROG Ally X, and so I can't pull the trigger. It's pretty close. I don't know if it's. I mean, there are some refinements certainly, but yeah, it may not be worth it. I've also canceled my pre-order for the Lenovo Legion Go 2.
Oh
Fair
wow!
enough.
Yeah, he messaged me in the background that he had pre-ordered the Legion Go 2. Pretty cool looking the device. Expensive though. Oof.
Yeah.
Pelum, $5. The Xbox Ally X is an Xbox. It is a handheld console PC. It says it on the box, and it says it on the back of the device. That is correct. It does.
Mm-hmm.
But Xbox is dead. Anyways, Will, I don't know what the actual thing is these days, but the broke boy, $5. So what's the current argument as to why it's not an Xbox? Because Sarah Bond said Asus decided price. The backplate doesn't say Xbox. I lose track. It's because now the goalpost has moved to you have to play everything that Xbox has ever put out ever. Otherwise, you're not an Xbox. So the PlayStation 4 from now on will never be considered a PlayStation because it did not play PS3 games or PS2 games or PS1 games. I am never going to accept it from now on. PS4 was not a PlayStation. PSP and PS Vita were not PlayStations. Thank you for pointing that out, all you ponies. All right.
I think people forget Xbox is a brand, not like a specific piece of hardware.
Right?
Than anything.
It just has to. There always has to be some stupid ass goalpost, but whatever.
Oh wow!
And then we got. Yes, Lotus is free.
Thank you, Lotus.
Gifted 5 WEBDAVE memberships.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. If you happen to get one, please give him a big thank you for that. And you can get your own membership if you want. It's only $1. $1 gives you access to over 30 different emojis, custom emojis in there as well, including the TTS and some other good stuff, as well as emojis for our guest panelists tonight. So yeah, there we go. And in case you're wondering what's in the background, this is actually a post which we'll talk about here in a minute, but I want to get Hargeet's thoughts. That is from Everborn's post that he put up there, Everborn Saga. You're a good friend and cohort and on the Gaming Circle podcast, which is an amazing show every Saturday morning. You definitely need to tune in for that. It's better than Saturday morning cartoons. Just saying. So yeah,
we fashioned ourselves on Saturday morning cartoons, believe it or not.
There you go. There you go. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. P-lump.
All right, WebDave, can I get an encore? $2.
They see me rolling. Watch him rolling, watch him go, watch him rolling, watch him go. He be rolling down the street, he be rolling to the beat.
There you go, P-lump. Just for you, buddy. There you go.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
All right, Hargeet, let's get into it. I'm going to grab a drink because I know this is going to get good and in-depth, and I want your thoughts. Start to finish, everything you think, your very first impressions, because I know they were kind of, but then now that you've had it for a few days.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of the stuff that you guys already mentioned, it has a Windows flair to it. Okay, so when it starts up, the first thing it does is runs through Windows setup, which is a little disappointing in that it isn't more streamlined, but it's not terrible. It's not as bad as normal, but it is what it is. You're doing a Windows setup, then it boots up into Xbox mode, which is cool. And then you have to deal with updates, and there's no updates within the freaking Xbox interface. So you have to go back to Windows to do updates, and then you have to do the Armory Crate updates. Which, if those who haven't done it, I'll just point out that you have to go to the like Armory Crate. You hit the Windows key, and then go over to Armory Crate, and then and I don't know if it's gonna show or not, but let's see if I can get there. Right up top, there's this Armory Crate SE thing. You click on that, and it brings up the actual Armory Crate. And the update button is there for all the stuff that does the firmware updates and the driver updates. And it's like, okay, that's cool. Why the heck isn't this all consolidated yet? But okay, and I don't want to pile on it.
One thing, Hargeet, you're mistaken. There are actually 3 places to do updates. There's the Windows updater. There's the Windows updater. There's the Armory Crate SC, and then check it out. There's a thing called My Asus. You usually don't go there, but every once in a while, when your Windows Hello fingerprint reader or your Bluetooth drivers or something else is out of date, guess where that one will be? In My Asus instead of the other 2 places.
So,
but that's neither here nor there. Continue, sir.
No, that is here and there. That's the problem. Like, that stuff needs to go. Right. So I shouldn't have to do all that. It should be pretty seamless, and there should be a simple update process, just like there is on the Xbox on the console side. Right. I should be able to hit update and it just does updates.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so like when it comes up, I don't know if it'll actually show it all because of my background stuff, but there's an update like right there somewhere. You just hit update and it'll go do all the updates. Great. But that is kind of an annoyance. I think they should make that more seamless. Again, this is a journey, right? I've said this many times. It's a journey. This is the beginning. It'll get better over time. But those are the things that I find annoying. Now, I had to go out to Windows to do Windows Update, which is, again, not something I want to do. Even to do updates of the Xbox app itself. It's still a Microsoft Store Xbox app. So you have to go to the Microsoft Store and do the app updates. And it's like, dude, come on, just like seamlessly do all this stuff and make it happen. And like this just needs to be less Windowsy. So those kind of things still exist. Now, from a library perspective, if you haven't used the new Windows, Game Pass app or Xbox app, this is going to probably not work well. But there is like 3 things. There's the third button here on the left, which brings up your library. But there's tabs on there, like your games, and I have a bunch of games installed. But there's also the apps. It's the second tab. Okay, and that's where you can now go get your other stores. Yep. So you can install them from here. And then the cool thing is you kind of launch them from here as well. And like the Steam one, for me at least, launches in big picture mode, which is fantastic. So you can just go into it right there, and it'll kick off in big picture mode. That's great. Epic kind of does something similar. Now here's the next big problem. I run this thing at 150 scale. So for those who have used Windows, you can maybe you're aware of like in the display settings, you can scale 100%, 125, 150, et cetera, right? So I run this at 150% scale. You can't see shit. You go in the app, you can't even see the install button.
Wow.
So like those kind of stupid ass things just need to not be there. So for me, what would be better? Yes, it's cool that I can run them from here, and it kind of brings it. That's awesome. Which, by the way, you still have to log in. You have to put in your passwords and all that baloney. Okay, pain in the neck, but whatever. It is what it is. That stuff needs to be seamless. Whatever I own, I should be able to install from right here and not have to go into these apps to go get it.
Yeah.
Play Night does this. Play Night does this off the bat. It just does it. Okay. If Play Night can do it, Microsoft, you can freaking do it too. Why the hell haven't you already done it? What is like, give me a break. If an open source platform can do that on your freaking Windows can do it, why can't you? Anyway, so you need to fix that. I should just be able to see everything that I own across whatever store. If I've already connected it up, it's done. Show me everything. I can install it. I don't want to have to go into these stupid apps. That's stupid. You need to fix that. That's just, it's irritating. It's stupid.
One thing I can get, one tip I want to give you, Hargeet, about updates without going into the desktop. You can do Windows updates without going to the desktop. I have been, it's been my mission. to do that?
I can hack all these things. I know
No,
that.
no, it's not a hack. It's not a hack. There's ways to get to settings without going to the desktop. Which
No, there is.
You shouldn't
And I
really
can
go
show
to
that to
settings at
people.
all.
So
you shouldn't
can
even
do
have to
that,
go to
but-
settings, but
Right.
you know.
Yep, you can do
Yeah.
it from here. So you can go into here,
Yeah.
you hit the Xbox button, and then you go over one tab, and then you can go
Mhm.
down. By the way, this is where power is, unfortunately. I don't know if it's going to show because of all this.
No, because you have the glitter. Yeah.
Yeah, the glitter happening. But anyways, this is where power is. Also is at the bottom, there's more settings. And then you click on more settings. At the bottom of that is additional. You can open up the Windows settings, which will bring up control panel. Right. So down at the bottom of this is open up control panel. So essentially that brings up, and then it'll just come up. So you for those who have Windows, you'll recognize this, right? It's the standard Windows settings, right? And you can play with it. It's just so annoying that it does that. But yeah, and it's just the standard Windows settings, right? So you know, whatever, you can go through and do whatever you need to over there. But it's the cohesiveness of it is a little bit lacking. But it's a good step, though. I want to say it's a very good step. It's got a lot of things that are cool. The other thing that's cool is switching back. You hold down the Xbox button, and it lets you swap between whatever's running. So I can go back to whatever app I was on, right? So if I have a different store up, I can go there. This is big picture mode for Steam, and if I want to go back to the Xbox app, I'm just messing that up. I can go there. Okay, so I'm back to my Xbox app, right? And so you can do that. And then if you want to go to, you can go to desktop mode if you like to. You just swipe up and you have the option to go down here. Again, it's not showing, but there's a option to do. It's very irritating. But anyways, there's a button there for bringing up the desktop. You go to the desktop, do whatever you like, and and by the way, it's cool that you can bring up like Nexus mods and all that. You can do everything you want. It's all there. All of it's there. You can do all that stuff. It's great. But I think the seamlessness of the desktops, the controller interface, the GUI needs to be a bit better. I think they're like 60-70% there, but they need to be a bit further. On the other side of this, gaming wise, it's great. It's actually very impressive what they do with it. Whatever I've run on it so far, I've been impressed with how well it works, it looks. I've played some game. I've tried to install games from my GOG, like I have Cyberpunk installed, from my Epic Store, from my Steam library, right, from my Ubisoft, right. I have the Ubisoft Plus. I've installed all of these things. Is it seamless? The install process for the other stores is it's okay. That part needs work, but once it's there, and that's cool. So the first thing I tried was Tsushima. I'll bring it up. You click on it, play, and then it's gonna go bring up Steam, which it did, and now it's gonna go bring up the game, right? So it's running Steam and starting the game, and then once it comes up, right? So it ran pretty well. So I from a visuals perspective, I liked what I saw. It was pretty good. From a performance, I didn't check. I'm not sure it's running at anything more than 30, but I haven't checked. But it seemed fluid enough for me for what I was doing on a handheld. So I'm not expecting this to outmatch my 4090 7800X 3D PC, but for taking it on the go, it was pretty good, and the visuals looked pretty good. It didn't look like the Switch, and I'm not trying to be like mean to it. It's just it's more performant than the Switch. So I have the Switch 2. That's a pretty good console too.
Yep.
But this thing is a little bit better, right? So, but that's it. So, but I get to play pretty much everything. And then on the bottom of the main, Xbox UI is a connect to console button as well. So if you have your console, you can connect it up and play whatever the heck you have on your console, which I've already used, by the way, right? So the use case I was trying to use of this thing was my nephew comes over, wants to watch something. Cool. I have a streaming device. I go to that streaming device. My main TV is now taken up, but my Xbox is sitting right there. And if I was playing something, which I was, I can just say, okay, let me just play it from here now. And I can, so
nice.
no anything installed. I'm just playing from my console, which is like 10 feet away. Right. So it worked great. Fine. For that, granted, it's going to cut it back to 1080, right? Because this is not a 4K panel, but good enough. It worked.
Yeah.
So that's yet another use case, right? So, but, and again, it's probably not going to show, but there's Tsushima.
Oh, let me get some up here.
Yeah. Let me like turn off the background stuff and see what happens. How do I?
You have a green screen background?
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. And you can actually tilt it down just a little bit, pull it back just a touch because of your. There you go. That's perfect. There you go. It's your face light. But yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, good though. Yeah.
So like you can see, it looks pretty good, and I can turn it on and actually play the game, and it runs pretty well. So, but anyway, so it's overall, I'm impressed with it. I didn't think it would be that good. I had the original ROG, which was decent, and I think this just seems to run well. And the full screen stuff, it just does it for you. Very cool. So overall, I kind of like it from a gaming device perspective. It's pretty good. It's a great step. As I said, there's more to the journey. There's definitely more to the journey, which is why I give the feedback. It's not that I'm saying it's a shit device or anything. It's to Xbox. Please add these features. I want these things fixed. Because I think this journey is very, very, very exciting. I love that this is happening because I can see the vision of what will come. And if they can make this seamless where I have like a 2% need to go to Windows, that would be fantastic. And that would just be because I might do things that are like a little advanced for most people. You may never need to go. And that would be the ultimate experience, is to say an average player will never hit Windows, right? Yep. It's there if you want it, but you will never hit Windows. You just play your games, right? And whichever library does that, you just play your games.
Isn't that what the Steam Deck does right now? Like there are many Steam Deck owners. There are many Steam Deck owners. There are some who never, ever even know how to get to the desktop. And you'll never know it unless you specifically choose to point and go there. This is where Windows needs to get. And they're not there yet, but they can get there.
Steam Deck limits you to that store, though, right? As far as I understand.
Oh, no, you're right. You can get around it, but it's harder to get around it in that paradigm.
Exactly.
This is very easy to get
out of the box. All those stores that I showed you, I did nothing. They were just there. All I had to do was say download. It went and downloaded.
That was another. Sorry, I was gonna say that was another reason why my Steam Deck. I like the device, SteamOS, but because I use so much of the other stores, I used Xbox and I had to put all these workarounds to get into them.
It's a pain in the butt to get anything else besides Steam working. Yes.
Yeah. So far, very impressed with the performance of the device. The gameplay of the device is good. Little quirks here and there. I know they'll fix them over time. Sometimes I find my controller just isn't registering, right? And I'm like, well, that's kind of irritating. It's a touch screen, so I can just touch and suddenly everything starts working. Okay, that's good, but that should just fix itself. Like that stuff they should just not have as an issue. It's a quirk, not a big deal. It's a bug. They'll fix it, I'm sure, right? But these little things get irritating, and I hope they kind of fix all that. And the update process, like you were saying, Asante, is now 3. It's actually 4 if you count the Microsoft Store. I don't think I should have to deal with that. I don't think I should have to deal with that. I should be able to hit within the GUI update now, and it just updates everything. That's what they should get to, right? Just like my console, right? My normal Xbox Series X, I just hit update and it just updates. In fact, usually it does it overnight. I don't even care. So why the heck do I have to deal with it? So these are things I think they hopefully will fix. The being able to install your games that you own, I think that would be very convenient to do within the GUI. I don't want to have to go outside the GUI. If they're going to have that, they need to work with their partners to make sure that the viewing of that install page is not, because if I go to I want to say it was Epic, they're showing me how to buy stuff. I'm like, I don't care. I want to install a game. I own it. Where's my library? Like, show that to me first, right? I don't care about your store. Like, show me the library. It's like those are the things they need to work out and say, okay, we're partnering here. When I kick this off, the first thing I see should be, here's my library, right? And I can just click and install something if you're going to go down this path. The better thing for me would be I can just see everything like in Play Night, and I can just say, yeah, install that game. That's it. I just see all my uninstalled games. I just install it. Done, right? I don't care what store it's in, right? That would be ultimate, and that would be great. But if you want me to go to these others, you have to work with them and make it seamless so that all I see is the library of games that I say install. And I don't want to think about it. It just installs, right? So those are the little quirks I've seen so far. But overall, the fit, like the feel in the hand, oh my God,
it's
it's
incredible.
really good. It's really good. It's hard to explain that unless you've played with different like devices, because then you understand like how it just feels comfortable in the hands. And it's just because it really is like that Xbox controller that I'm already used to, and it's just there, and it just feels like an Xbox. So very well done. It feels like very solid. It is heavy, but I don't feel it. For some reason, I don't feel it. It's comfortable enough that I can just play. So so far, I've been impressed with it. I think it's from a gameplay perspective, from a gaming device perspective, I'd give it like a 9. It's very, very good. From the fit and finish of the UI, I'd give it like a 7. I think they're there almost. They just have a few steps I think they need to really, finish up. And this is very exciting stuff. I would love to see this come to everything. Like if Windows 12 just has this as a standard that I can swap to this as a norm. Heck yeah, bring it on. This is exactly what we need for PC type players. This is a great way to introduce a under the TV device to the household that's running PC, right? And that way you have a consistent, easy interface. And if you ever need to tinker, you can. If you want to install mods, you can. If you want to install emulators, you can. And you can do whatever. It's still Windows, right? But it obfuscates all of that for the average use. And that is very, very cool, right? It becomes a very simple controller-based UI. The next thing that's interesting to me is, will they still continue to try to support a sort of media center model, because the current Xbox does that for you, right? You can still download your Netflix, your Hulu, and all that stuff. Well, Hulu's gone, but you know what I mean? All those apps. Will that still continue? Obviously, it's there. You can obviously do all that stuff. The question is, will they still take that model and make that something that's within this GUI that you can bring up in the My Apps page and have all of your different media streaming services? So I don't know where that's going, but that would be very interesting to see. Yeah.
For now, and this is something that I've been doing since I've been playing with that Xbox, the front UI. Pro tip for anybody who has a new one who wants to run more stuff in it that they can't. There's an app, the Game Bar, right? Has an app store. You've seen it all the way at the end. Game Bar has an app store. Look for one launcher. There's a free version and a paid version. The paid version is like a couple bucks. I bought the paid version because it's so useful. You can stay in that big picture UI and customize whichever executable you want to be on the Game Bar. So if it's Discord or whatever app you want that normally you wouldn't be able to find in the full screen UI, one launcher. It's also a game aggregator, but you can literally say, okay, I want all of these, whether they're games or apps or whatever Windows things they are, on my Game Bar, and they'll be there without you having to launch the desktop. So that thing becomes super useful for emulation, for anything, and you can just hit the button and boom, it launches.
There's no Discord on here.
One launcher. So the weird thing with Discord is, if you launch Discord once and then you flip to the full screen UI, Discord will stay there and then will always be on your Game Bar to continue to be launched.
Okay.
But if you haven't done that before, it's not in the My Apps, which is another weird one. It should be there.
These are things they need to work through, right? So, Discord should obviously be there. It's a very commonly used
pivotal
service.
app.
So obviously it needs to be little things like this, right? And yes, there are. It's Windows. You can customize the heck out of it.
Yeah.
And again, you and I, no problem.
You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to.
Right. That's the thing. I don't want a boom to have to go figure that out. Right.
No,
it should
absolutely not.
Be there. It should just be clean and simple and just be there. Right. For the average user that wants to just use it, it should be simple and seamless. And that's the stuff that they can take as feedback and try to make it that, right? So if they're going to marry these worlds, it really does need to feel like, hey, I can download my, Disney Plus, I can download my Netflix app and just run it, right? And it's all just there. It should be as simple as that. Now, there's other things that are, not quite there yet, like quick resume and all that. fair enough. That's a Windows issue, right? They have to figure that out with. I assume that's going to be a 12. They're not going to do that in 11, but let's see what happens. When we get that, that will be very interesting. And then how do they handle hibernate versus sleep and all that stuff? We will get there, but for now, it's pretty impressive what they're doing with it. But you have to understand, it's still a Windowsy background with a controller-based UI that they're trying to layer on top. But it's pretty good, but not quite there for me. But from a gaming perspective, it is pretty cool. It does seem to do a pretty good job. The fit and finish, the feel, it's very good. And then the game performance seems to be pretty good. I have not run into a lot of issues with the stuff I've thrown at it. I played Assassin's Creed. I played Ghost of Tsushima. I've played a couple of indie titles. And then, of course, streaming from my console. Like all that stuff just worked. It was great. So far so good. But we will see as they progress. I'm looking forward to the next batch of updates. We got a couple of updates like immediately. And then, of course, it's been the weekend. So now we'll see what happens next week, the week after, whatever, when they start putting in more and more updates. I want to see what they keep changing. Hopefully they get a lot of feedback and they start prioritizing things that we want. And I'm sure they have a bunch of ideas of their own that they just couldn't finish in time. But yeah, those are the things that I would look for. One of the other stupid ones, is like how much store space do I have? You can find it, but it's not as obvious, right? So how much space do I have left on my hard drive? Right, which is important when you're installing 100 gig games, right?
Yeah.
Like, how much space is left? So just simple things like that, they still have to kind of like work through. But it's getting there. It is still a significant step forward. So far so good. I'm looking for those few things to start getting ironed out.
There you go. So there's a Kay. I don't know if you see that comment.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Are there tutorial sites? Believe it or not, I actually think the Microsoft YouTube channel is doing a pretty good job. Since the thing launched, they've had a couple sessions where how you set it up, how you do this, how you do that. It's not bad. Like honestly, like so. And this tends to be the noose around their neck. I think this was kind of their fault here, but that's neither here nor there. They gave a bunch of pre-release versions to reviewers, right? And the pre-release versions basically had a fuller version of the Windows onboarding process than the ones that you guys got, right? The ones that you guys
it wasn't
got,
as much.
Their startup process has been modified. I know this because I've watched the startup process from the ones you guys got and pre-release version, right? The pre-release version is full Windows, up to about 3-4 hours to update to get it to the latest and greatest sometimes. And it's showing you all these other like standard, here's a laptop with a controller, here's Office 365 ads.
That's not there, by the way.
Had none of that, right?
No,
your configurations all had the
cleaner
handheld mode thing, right? Yes.
Much
because
cleaner.
of that, a lot of people may have gotten the perception that the startup process isn't great because they didn't give that good startup process to the reviewers. They gave them the old version. So everybody assumed that it was going to take forever to get this thing started. When on average, it takes 45 minutes. Just get your Wi-Fi passwords and stuff ready. 45 minutes, you're in there, right? But I would say the Microsoft Store does a pretty darn good job. One example that I heard from people was that the Steam OS, Steam Deck, the Steam installation was pre-installed on their device and was already in big picture mode when you first boot into it. So as soon as you get to it, you scan your QR code, you're already in, you're playing your game, right? Whereas the pre-release version, they had to install Steam. It wasn't in big picture mode. They had to configure all that themselves. So that gives the reviewer the bad perception that, it's not ready for prime time, when in fact, the retail version was very much ready for prime time. So yeah, I would say go look for now. If you're not confident in the setup process, go look on the Microsoft website. I know there's at least 3 or 4 videos they've posted on just getting to know the device and how to set up the device. And it's nice and clean and simple, and it'll get the job done for you.
There you go.
I think that would be good feedback for Microsoft to just have a startup tutorial, because it is different enough from the console experience that it would be nice for them to explain what the various things are, right? So
Yeah.
yes, it's cool. They definitely trimmed down the setup process. It definitely
Yes.
does. There's no Teams logins or anything like nothing. None of that's there. So it is definitely streamlined, and then it comes right up. What I think they should do is the first thing is, would you like to have a 2-minute tutorial on how to use the device?
On what
I think that would be
what it
very
does.
useful.
Yeah. I will give it smoke though in one way. While they streamlined the startup process, which is very worthy, when you're in the desktop mode, it's still fat ass Windows with the same Office 365 and the print spoolers and the freaking Teams. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, I think they wanted to leave it alone, right? And say, if you want to do it, you get the whole thing. And that's fair. And it's a question of,
even there, come on. There's low-hanging fruit you could have gotten rid of. Like, come on.
Maybe. The one that bugs me is Copilot. But anyways, because I don't need that stupid option.
Well, but you know why they have that on there? It's because they have
I know. I 100% know.
Yeah.
It's the big thing at Microsoft, right? So I get it. I understand. Anyhow, but it is much cleaner. And yeah, the big picture mode thing is pretty good. But even knowing that you had to go to the My Apps that has all those things there may not be obvious to people, right? And it's like, well, elucidate that, right? Make it so, hey, if you happen to have games on a different library, this is how you get there. You don't have to go to desktop mode.
What amount makes the My Apps populate? Like how are they determining what the My Apps are there and what's supposed to be there and what's not supposed to be there? If you're a game a PC gamer, maybe you want Rivers to Tuner Statistics Tuner in there, but it will never be there because they haven't deemed it necessary. A lot of weird unfinishedness there,
And again, this I know it's a journey, right? But like it would be nice to have a bit more consistency of like how to do that. If I want to install some of these apps myself, maybe that will be something they do in the future, right? So either way, it's a good first step, but there are little quirks here and there.
Indeed.
Yeah, for sure. Just not to throw a monkey wrench at things, just to touch base with everybody. Kay, you still have some time? I don't want, you might have to take off soon, or are you good?
Oh, I think I have about 15 more. About 15
okay, cool.
More.
Cool. Well, that gives us a chance to wrap things up. Good. But I wanted to touch base with you, man. Of course, man. Much respect for everybody's time that comes on here. We appreciate you more than you know, sir. And that's a fact. We do greatly appreciate you. That's why you're even on our shirts and our marketing. It's because of all the love and everything that you've done for this channel. We greatly appreciate that. One thing I will say before we go into because there's a bunch of those to go through, Hargeet, is that I actually have used the original version of this, and I will do it with this one to actually podcast from. Do you dock it? And I have done a show on one of these, and you can do that. Just saying. So it is possible, even on a live location. StreamYards, attach a camera, good to go. Can do everything you need right there because it's a PC as well. Just so you know. But yes, it is an Xbox. Lots of memberships to go through, and thank you all so much for all the gifted memberships, everybody. My goodness, Hargeet, I'll let you go through those.
Yeah. So Broke Boy gifts 5 WebDave memberships. Thanks so much. And then Lotus is free gifts 20
more.
20 more. And then Pelum gives 5 Dave WebDave memberships, and then WebDave gives 5 WebDave memberships.
I was like, man, I gotta help out there. So that's a lot of memberships we get. Thank you all so much for doing that. Generosity is no bounds, and we greatly appreciate it. And the membership is great. It's because, like I said, for me, $1 I think was a good fair price. When we first started, we weren't really sure what to do, and then for a long time I wanted to lower it, but it was $5 was the minimum. And then out of nowhere one day it was like, "Ooh, I can change that now." And then I was like, "Boom, full on $1." It's all I need, because that way people can get out there and they can get some of these icon stuff. And it's all about community and having fun. We're gonna have 381 people watching us live right now on X and on YouTube. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you're watching later, or listening later, I should say, on iTunes, it's available there, as well as, let's see, Spotify and SoundCloud, and iHeartRadio even has us They're live, so you can check that out as well. So that's always cool and fun to be able to jump around the dial and stuff and check that out. So awesome. I love it that we're able to reach so many different great places with the podcast and the amazing community. And they officially announced too, by the way, that the date for next year's Summer Games Fest. They've already announced it. It's already locked in. And I believe it's the 5th, I think, is the date, June 5th.
First weekend in June, as usual.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's already locked in. So I need to,
that Sunday, the 7th, will be the showcase for Xbox.
I already got approved for my time off. Got that yesterday. Good to go. And I will be booking plane tickets and room and board here real soon. For sure. And this year one of the things I'm gonna do while I'm there, one of the nights when we're hanging out in the lobby, as it were, is I'm gonna connect to the Wi-Fi there, and I'm gonna set up, and we're just gonna do a mock live show for the hell of it. I've already gonna bring equipment and stuff with me, getting a lot of mobile stuff so we can have a little bit of fun. So I could be, we'll just have to see how that goes. Who knows? We're like, hey, Phil, come here a second. Have a seat. What's up, buddy? I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. I doubt that would happen. But you never know who might technically jump on. We might actually have quite a few other podcasters jump on, have a little fun with us that night. But that's definitely something we're going to be doing, and looking forward to that coming up next year, because it's going to be the 25th anniversary of the Xbox, the system that is here and not going away, not being dismantled. All I can say is hold on to your hats, boys and girls. There's a lot of good stuff coming. Sarah's alluded to it.
Unfortunately, Dave, Phil's going to be retired by Summer Games Fest.
You guys, stop it.
So
what day was that in that calendar thingy?
Yeah. Who knows? It's too many to count.
Bethesda to be sold off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that
Blizzard
list
to go on its own.
Yeah, the pony wish list. Yeah. Guys, you really need to grow up and get over it. Sorry, Reforged. I know he definitely interviewed you on this channel, and it's a good interview. But, dude, and just a reminder, Starfield still isn't on PlayStation yet. Just saying.
Yeah,
it won't come, but it's still not there.
Like, I think it's coming, but I just find that funny because that's the thing that kicked off everything last year. It was,
He got into an argument with me about it.
So it's just, when is it coming?
Yeah, 390 people watching us live right now. Thank you all so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you being here. But yeah, this the handheld, it's amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's a great system. What? Saudi Arabia buys Xbox. Yeah. I don't.
The value is very high. I don't know, man. That would be a very harsh thing. Like, good luck.
Yeah. That would be a big thing for them to buy. Not saying they couldn't do it, but why would you want to sell it? It's a gold mine. Just saying. Right now, they're in a really good position. The best they've been in since they started the Xbox. Some people say, "Oh, it's systems." Yeah, it's not about the system sales anymore, and we all know that. And once everybody else wakes up to it, I think you'll fall in line, as it were.
I'd worry more about PlayStation.
Yeah. Ooh, it's true. It's true. Sony, Sony might be up on the block. That's definitely more affordable. But anyway, sorry, Kay, we got kind of messy toward the end. I mean, we have a few more topics we could get into, but I think we're just going to kind of
like the other topic. I think we only have one topic we haven't covered.
What's that?
And that would be the one where the ROG is not an Xbox.
Oh, that thing. Yeah. We can let's see. Let's go to this one. And we'll bring that and see what you guys think about this one. Yeah, so
Xbox
yeah. It's actually I'm gonna switch it back to the other view because that may make it a little easier. Let's see. Try that. Yeah, there we go. So yeah. I don't know if I can. Yeah, there we go. So first it's not an Xbox. And then it's when it was revealed. And then it's like, oh, the price comes out. Oh, now it's an Xbox because it's it's negative. It's so expensive. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. And then it actually comes out and gets a 9 on IGN. Scores it a 9 out of 10. And now it's not an Xbox again because that's good news for them. And then don't play my games because it's playing Spider-Man. I got Spider-Man. Anybody else playing any PlayStation games on their Xbox Ally? I know I have. How about you? Anybody? Plume, you played any Sony games yet?
Not yet. I probably will though.
Yeah, there
I'll
you
probably
go.
jump
There
into
you go.
Spider-Man to see what it's all about on the handheld.
Hargeet?
I showed you Ghost of Tsushima.
You did.
It's literally
did.
the first game I played.
Yeah, 400 people watching us live right now. Thank you.
I have Horizon installed, both first and second, and then Days Gone. I have that installed. Whatever. Yeah. I guess it plays those PlayStation games. So, oh well.
It does. It does. So yeah. So I'm thinking. I'm what was it? John Wick would say, "I'm thinking I'm back. I'm thinking it's an Xbox." Yeah. I'm thinking it's an Xbox. Some people don't like it. That it is, but even Doc Dark put up this one question. And he said basically it was like, if it's can it play your games? And they were like, well, it doesn't blah 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 native.
It was about the PlayStation, right? It was about the Portal.
Right.
Can the PlayStation Portal play PS5 games? It was just that simple statement.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And 56%, I want to say, said no. I was like, well, what the heck is the point of a PS Portal if it doesn't play PlayStation 5 games? Mm-hmm. Because it's literally what it does. It doesn't play them natively, but he never said that.
Right.
He just says, does it play PlayStation 5 games? The answer is yes, obviously. That's the whole point.
Exactly. And that's what this does. It plays the games, whether you're streaming them, whether you're remoting in to your system, whether you're playing it from the cloud, whether you're playing it natively on your downloaded to your handheld. If you're playing
this one's too good. I gotta read this one.
Go for it.
Viking, $5. Hey, shout out to Viking. How's it going? Viking. Ponies told me to just buy a PC, and now that I have an Xbox Ally, they're upset. What gives? LOL.
Amen, brother. Amen. well, speak of the devil. Look who's in our chat. I love it. Oh, the mighty one himself. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Look, that whole argument is just so ridiculous as far as like it's not you know what it requires to be called an Xbox? Xbox has to sell it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's literally all it has to be.
They own the brand. They choose what
whatever they put out. It could play 2 games. It's still an Xbox. Why? Because Xbox sold it. That's it. It does not matter. Nothing else. It's sold by a company. The company sells it. It's that's company. What else do you need? If LG sells you a TV, it's not a TV. Who cares? Why did these like stupid goalposts have to keep happening? It does not matter. The PS Vita didn't play the games that was the PS3 that was out at the time. Does that make it not a PlayStation? Of course, it's a PlayStation. What the? Well, why does it matter? Why are there always goalposts? Oh, now it has to play everything because you decided? Where does this come from? Seriously, just deal with it. This is Xbox. Why does it matter? They're in a different world. This is Xbox now. Is that a big problem for people? Like the mental gymnastics that have to be made to just say, no, it's not an Xbox. And the real reason is because it's playing their PlayStation games and they're pissed off. That's it. Like, get over it. Like, whatever. Oh, it doesn't play my 360 games. Okay. And my Xbox One didn't play any 360 games either. And then,
yes,
you know what? They introduced this.
It plays your 360 games.
Well, it can through streaming, but forget about all that. My Xbox One, when I bought it, did not play any 360 games either.
Mm.
Then they introduced this awesome thing a few years later called backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Unlike the PlayStation 4, which never introduced that. Does that mean now everything Xbox does must contain that? No.
But it would be great.
No, it does not.
It's obviously an Xbox, but will they be able to bring that over to these handhelds? That's the thing, right? And
which would be fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that announcement. I'm sure it'll come up with a big uproar. It's awesome, but
like
it's not required.
When Xbox Magnus drops, are we going to have the same backwards compatibility? Or are we getting the?
It'd be awesome.
Yeah, because if they're moving over to this thing, which I think is probably what it is, right?
Yeah,
Magnus is going to have this full screen experience, and will it have that same backwards compatibility? That's the biggest question, I think, for me going forward with how all this is going to transfer over to the next gen.
There you go. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm messaging back and forth with Doc Darky. Unfortunately, it's not able to join us tonight, but he said he will be. He will jump on in a future episode. So because he's actually been on before, and we we'd love to have Doc Dark back on again.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's pretty awesome guy. And you want to read that comment there, Hargeet?
It can't play Halo 5, Hargeet. LOL, bro. These ponies are ridiculous. They literally said the Portal doesn't play PS5 games. I know, what the heck? What is the point of a Portal if it's not playing PS5 games? Like, what the heck?
Wait, so what is it playing then? What do they think it's playing?
I have no idea. Like, what?
That should be the next
question.
question.
Idea what they think.
Yeah. We have the we have the poll up to I'll give it like another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll close it out. But here is the ROG Ally, excuse me, is the ROG Xbox, can't even talk, is the ROG Xbox Ally X an Xbox? That's the question in the that's on the poll. If you want to jump on, and
yes, obviously
it has an Xbox button. It's an Xbox.
It's literally an
Xbox.
Xbox.
It does. What does it say on the back too? Let's see. It does say
oh my goodness.
Yeah, Xbox console. But so but hey, we've enough being slanderers. All right, I'll end the poll real quick here. But yeah, so I'm surprising it was actually this close. But Xbox, is ROG Ally and Xbox? 75% said yes, 25% said no out of 150 people voted. So there you go. Some people don't think it is. That's fine. That's fine. 437 people watching us live right now. Thank you so much, including in the chat. We have Doc Dark. We have some amazing members of the community. We also have Paris Lily hanging out with us. P Lump was hanging out with us earlier as well too. Lotus is free. Gave away a bunch of memberships tonight. Man, that was awesome of you. Thank you so much for doing that. We really appreciate it. Guys, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. But what a great show. I appreciate all the input and all the information and stuff that people gave. And Kay, I will there's 2 things that I'm gonna have to get you to send to me, because I'll forget those. But and that's the link you talked about earlier, the program that I guess kind of gets everything all in one package together. That makes it easier to load those in, and then I have my old card from my old unit, okay, and it had all my ROMs on it. So I need to talk to you about that, because I definitely wanted to do some emulation on there for like my Nintendo stuff. I mean, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the WEBDAVE channel, so them ninjas will know where to go. It's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Come at me, bro.
Be careful. But yes, absolutely. We could talk about that. We can get that done. Absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Well, guys, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We're going to go around the horn and we'll get everybody's info. Let me bring up the right screen here, and we'll start off with Kay Asante. Boom, Kay, I'm going to put your QR code is in the corner right now for your actual YouTube channel. So check that out. So, Kay, please tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you, and when your show is on, please.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for having me. Always great to be here. I have a harder time doing it on these Sundays now because daddy daycare and all that. But whenever I can, I'm always appreciative of the invite. You can find me and the aforementioned Everborn Saga Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do the Gaming Circle podcast. We talk all manners of handhelds and consoles and just gaming in general. from time to time, I'll also do some techie. I'm trying to do a bit more tech stuff on the channel, tutorials and the like. So, come check us out. Appreciate the invite. Always great to be here. Thank you.
Always great having you on, for sure. Tony, Plume Gaming, please let everybody know. And the QR code is up in the corner right now for anybody who wants to check that. Hold your phone up, scan it. It's good to go. But please tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you, and how often you actually put out a show.
Yeah, you can, daily, basically on YouTube at Plume Gaming. You can find me there. Do a news show. Also been doing more videos on the Xbox Ally X, so that's been a lot of fun. I'll probably keep doing those because I'm really enjoying just figuring things out and showing it off, showing games, things like that. So if you're interested in that content, go check me out there. Also check me out on X, and yeah, just that's pretty much it. And appreciate you having me on. It was great to get here, and I've been trying for the last couple of weeks, but life came up, so I'm happy to finally be able to jump on here. And and this is an Xbox.
There you go. Very true. Very, very true. And yeah, life does happen. It happens for all of us, and we greatly appreciate your time. So like I said, you and Kay and a few others always have pretty much an open invite. There's every time you guys just want to jump on, because even if you just want to jump on, spit your bars, jump back off, you guys, you have an open invitation. Just let me know, and I'll send you the link. No questions asked. So that's a most definite for you guys are absolutely amazing. That's what makes this community great, is that we have such great members of the community and such great people that watch us and that can contribute. I mean, like Farku, he is always he keeps things fun for us because he's always contributing his crazy art and stuff that he comes up with, and some of it's just mad genius, and I love it. So thank you so much for all that as well. Hargeet Chani. Yes, I said my favorite ninja earlier, but you're actually my favorite Jedi. So you please let everybody know where they can reach out to you, where they can find you. And of course, I'm going to put your YouTube channel link, boom, right there, right now. So there is the code in the ceiling right there, right above K. Tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Am I muted? No. Okay, cool. You check out my channel, Hargeet Chani 1 on YouTube, shop.chani.us, of course, for my book. I'll be on with Fonz. We've moved from Saturday to Tuesdays now, so 7 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays. So check out that, Fonz Gaming. And then on Wednesday with Boom, Double Overall Gaming, check that out, 7 p.m. US Eastern time. And with See Money Doodle, 8 p.m.-ish Eastern time. On Point for Gamers, and we'll be on next weekend on Sunday to see how Xbox has died again.
Exactly. Yeah, one of these days we'll finish them off, but not in my lifetime. Just saying. Oh goodness. Thank you so much, Hargeet. And I tell you, I'm one of the ones that are really glad that you guys, the funds, basically it's the RDX time slot, and I think it's a good place for your show with you and Fonz, and occasionally some guests that'll be able to jump on. I believe that I've heard that some other members that have talked about maybe jumping on occasionally to visit and stuff too, which will be good. A lot of good members of that community, and maybe one of these days Dealer will jump on. You never know. You just never know. But guys,
so
again,
this week, by the way,
yeah,
even though Xbox is dead, clear, we get Ninja Gaiden 4.
We do.
And early access to Outer Worlds 2 at the end of the week. So we got 2 big games coming, but that Xbox dead.
Yeah. And of course, probably one of the games that are going to be up for a contender for Game of the Year, or at least some awards of some kind, are going to be Keeper, which is available right now. All of us have played it, and all of us seem to really like it. And I think you'll definitely want to jump on there and get it as well. You can buy it straight out for $30, or if you have
play it day one with Game Pass.
So yeah, you can definitely do that as well. So yeah, that's good. So guys, thank you all so much for joining us here. We really appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please. We're on the road to 4K, and we want to try and get there. And I know Kay definitely needs to get his subscriptions up too, because we need to get him over 3K. So let's go. Let's help him out as well too.
We actually just got there this morning. Yeah,
congratulations. That's awesome, dude. That is so awesome. Well, you're on the road to 4K too, then.
Indeed.
Race is on. I'm just kidding.
Ninja Gaiden 4 is not exclusive to my. I'm pretty sure it's coming to PlayStation as well, PC obviously.
Yeah,
I don't think they've announced a Switch port yet, right? But
no, they have not. Yeah.
Oh, maybe someday. You just You just never know. And on that note,
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
Game over.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!